Hi there, welcome to the channel. My name is Marty Owings, and today we'll take a look at this Derwent Shade and Tone Mixed Media Set. Derwent is a British company, and they've been making art supplies for over 100 years, so they're pretty well known. I like Derwent's products, and I like the fact that they experiment, and this just shows another evolution in that experimentation. This is taking what's normally dry media and making it available as a wet media. So they're basically watercolor-like pans that you can take their normally dry media and use it to make neat watercolors or sketches or whatnot. Now this set comes with 3 pencils. I won't review those pencils extensively in this review because I've done that in my channel in the past, and these pencils are great. Derwent usually makes pencils with a thick core, a nice cedar casing, and I've never been disappointed by any of the pencils I've purchased from Derwent. They're a great pencil manufacturer in general. And that's what brings us to this palette in particular. This is a clamshell palette with a clip. It opens up. It's got a color guide there, and we're going to get into all the details of this in this video, and I'll do a little painting and drawing, sketching demonstration so you can see what this set is all about. So we've got Mars Orange, Sanguine, Venetian Red, Sepia, Autumn Brown, Burnt Embers, Burnt Earth, Sepia Ink, Graphite Gray, Storm Gray, White, and Black. And it tells you what they're from. So these colors are in Inktense here, the ones at the top. There's a tinted charcoal, a couple colors from there, and then Inktense again, then Graphitint, then Pastel Shade, Inktense, and the last black is Inktense here. And they're laid out just the way they're shown here. So across the board. So we're going to test these out. They even sealed this in nicely, which I like a lot because that keeps everything together. So we'll just pull that off. You can see there's a little bit of color on the plastic, so that's probably to be expected. I'll take that off. Thanks for doing that, Derwent, so it doesn't muddy everything up. And then of course they give you a little Derwent water brush, which I have used in the past, and I like it. I'll use it again here. And this one I'll also be using these Pentel brushes. Those are good. So you take that little cap off there, you're going to fill this with water, screw this on here. This is going to be your reservoir attaching to your brush tip. Pop off the tip, and then you should be able to squeeze and use. I recommend wetting this first. It's a little stiff. You might want to shape that a little bit, wet it and shape it. But that's it there. Okay, now what to draw. So we'll maybe start with maybe some hands or a face or something like that, since these are shade and tone. I guess it said you can experiment with shade and tone and form with this curated set of natural paint colors with black, terracotta, and graphite pencils. So yeah, we'll do some experimentation today. See where that leads us. I thought I'd just start with some hands and sketch those, but I'm not the greatest at this, but I enjoy doing it, so it's fun. And the colors in this palette sort of force you into making certain choices. So since there's not really a cool color, I end up using the charcoal gray or black to get sort of the cool color that I would normally use, maybe a touch of blue or a Payne's gray. And like I said, I'm not the greatest at doing hands, but it's good practice. And I like these colors because they have a lot of earthy tones to them, and it's kind of a throwback, something you might see in a 17th or 18th or 19th century sketchbook. They're pretty cool, and the colors swatch out very nicely. the Inktense colors aren't supposed to be as light fast, but I found in a sketchbook they do great. Here's the orange, the sanguine, the Venetian red, the sepia. Those are all Inktense. Then you got the Graphitint autumn brown, the tinted charcoal burnt embers, the tinted charcoal burnt earth, the Inktense sepia, the Graphitint gray, the storm gray, which is a pastel shade. Then you've got the white and black, which are both Inktense. So what I'll do now is I'll try to sketch out a little bit of a landscape. I seem to enjoy that a little bit more than anatomy, so we'll give that a try and see where that leads us. Well, this is fun. I like sketching landscapes, and look at just that hint of red in the sky. Looks pretty neat. I like that a lot. And these, like I said, these are earthy tones. They kind of hold you into a certain boundary or pattern, which I enjoy and I like. It limits your choices, but it also opens up more doors for you in the sketching. And I think Derwent did a nice job with these. I really enjoyed using them and putting them to the test. And they're just a throwback to me. As far as I'm concerned, this is like something you'd find, a century ago or something. But, as far as light fast and the technical, ratings for these, I really didn't go too much in depth on that. I'm just kind of using them for the sheer joy of using them and seeing how that works out. Now, I know this set is not very expensive. I think you can find it out there for under 25 or 30 bucks. So I'd give it a try. The pencils alone are pretty cool. And then when you count in the fact that you get this nice palette, and yeah, I'll take this out sketching with me. I'll do some landscape sketching and maybe even some more figural sketching or anatomy, but it's just fun to try something different. And like I said, the limitations that the palette kind of forces you into is a good thing, because then you're kind of experimenting in a way that you're not used to when you have like 50 colors available to you, which is pretty awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by today for this quick look at the Derwent Shade and Tone Mixed Media Set. I hope you pick one up and enjoy it. So long, everybody. This has been Marty for owingsart.com.